The crumpled fender of the 1954 Buick Super Riviera caught the hazy afternoon sun. Its once vibrant blue, now a mangled mess. The crash, a horrific tangle with a logging truck on the old Saginaw Road, had instantly silenced the laughter of Billy and Carol Johnson on that sweltering August day. In '65, Walter Johnson, Billy's father, a man hardened by years on the assembly line, arrived at the scene with a face carved from granite. He simply nodded to the tow truck driver, "Bring it to my place." The Buick, a symbol of Billy's youthful dreams, was deposited behind the small farmhouse on Walter's modest plot of land. A stark contrast to the surrounding fields slowly being bought up for future industrial development. Eleanor, Walter's wife, moved through the days like a ghost, her usual gentle humming replaced by a heavy silence as she occasionally glanced at the wreckage from her kitchen window. The loss of their son and his bright-eyed Carol had cast a long, unforgiving shadow over their lives. The year that followed was a slow, agonizing crawl. The silence in the Johnson household thickened, broken only by the distant rumble of machinery from the nearby factories. Walter and Emil the true Leonard and Twills, the backer of life they once knew, extinguished. Then, on a crisp September morning in '66, their neighbor, old Mrs. Henderson, noticed the garage door slightly ajar and the sickly sweet smell of exhaust in the air. Inside, the Buick idled, a length of rubber hose snaking from its tail closet in the sealed cabin. Walter and Eleanor sat side by side on the plush front seat, their faces serene in death, finally joining the son and daughter-in-law the world had so cruelly taken. Subsequent estate sale drew a small crowd amidst the worn furniture and farm tools. The battered Buick sat like a morbid centerpiece. Danny the Wretch Kowalski, a young mechanic with a reputation for breathing new life into forgotten classics, saw potential where others saw only tragedy. He envisioned the sleek lines restored, the powerful Fireball V8 purring once more. He bought it, ignoring the hushed whispers about the car's dark history. Danny poured his heart and soul into the Buick in his cluttered garage on the outskirts of Flint. He hammered out the dents, meticulously sanded down the rusted patches, and applied layers of gleaming new paint. He reupholstered the worn seats, unknowingly handling the very fabric that had cradled despair. By late November of '67, the Buick was deplored, its chrome gleaming under the borrowed bulb of Danny's workshop. The first drive was exhilaratingly, Hal for engine responding to his touch. But as twilight deepened, the strange unease settled over him. A bone-chilling coldness seeped into the car, accompanied by the faint undercurrent of sorrow like a forgotten melody played on a broken record. An unfamiliar anger began to simmer within him, a bitter resentment towards the unfamiliar growth. Resentment is a death. The feeling was inspection of the white walker dead clung to him like the damn Michigan air.
countryside. The anger twisted into something malevolent. He saw a young woman walking home from her shift at the local diner, her silhouette stark against the moonlit field of Felix, middle and far echoed in his mind. Buick seemed to surge forward, the steering wheel heavy and unresponsive as it veered off the road. A scream, sharp and sudden, was abruptly silenced. Then, just as quickly, the dominance within him receded, leaving Danny gasping for breath, his mind a terrifying void. He drove back to his garage, the metallic scent of blood a phantom in the cold night air. The following weeks became an ascent into terror by day. Danny would tinker with the Buick, oblivious to the sinister presence that now resided within its arrogant frame. But once night fell and he turned the key, the darkness would return. The spectral faces of Billy, Carol, Walter, and Eleanor would flicker in his mind. The collective breeze and rage becoming his own. He would drive from Buicks and underswooded back roads, a mere vessel for their vengeful spirits. The heavy guns transforming into a deadly weapon. More solitary figures felt conspicuous with the heavy weight. The darts adding to the Buick's grim tally.
Deputy Ray Davies, a young officer eager to prove himself on the quiet outskirts of Flint, grew increasingly disturbed by the string of unexplained hit-and-run incidents. One frigid December night, his blood ran cold as he witnessed the horror firsthand. The unmistakable headlights of a classic Buick bore down on a young man walking along the shoulder of the road. He saw the glint of chrome, the sickening crunch, and the car accelerating into the darkness. Davies slammed on his siren, the piercing wails shattering the rural silence. The Buick roared in defiance, its powerful engine a guttural snarl. A high-speed chase erupted, the two cars hurtling down the narrow, winding roads, the bare branches of the roadside trees like skeletal fingers reaching out. The possessed Danny, driven by the Buick's tormented souls, pushed the car to its limits, is driving fueled by a desperate, unholy energy. The chase reached a violent climax near their old Flint live embrace. As the Buick careened around a sharp curve, Danny lost control. The heavy machine skidded, its tires screaming, and pulled back for which slammed head-on into a stile. The impact, a deafening explosion of metal and glass. Deputy Davies, just seconds behind, swerved in a desperate attempt to avoid the wreckage. His patrol car spinning wildly before colliding with the mangled Buick. The pale winter dawn revealed the gruesome scene. Two wrecked vehicles, their frames intertwined in a final fatal embrace. Inside the Buick, Danny's lifeless eyes stared blankly at the fractured windshield. A faint, unsettling smile frozen on his face. The tormented spirits within the car had claimed their final victim. The 19